I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen at the All-Star break with the two captains, and now that we get to see the draft. We get to see who's taking. LeBron said, hey, I'm all for letting you see this, but then he didn't want to tell us who his team was or how he drafted his team. So what do you think of this new idea that we actually get to see the captains picking their teams?
Well, I would caution everybody for excitement first. I heard the announcement, but there was no official details. So, I'd be careful with that, But I think it could be good. I think that you'll see who the true friends are, what alliances are. Some guys pick friends over talent or vice versa. I do think, though, that it'll incentivize guys to play hard. So imagine if I'm the 8th picked and I'm the man. I'm from Utah. I'm from wherever. And, I'm ticked off about being picked so late. Hopefully it will, incentivize guys to play harder because they don't like where they're ranked. Kind of like when you were picked in the league and you don't like how low you were picked and you go all year trying to prove that you were a higher pick than that. So I think there definitely could be a lot of benefits. I think the teams will be closer of chemistry. The coach in an all-star game really doesn't matter. And I think that this will help coaches reinforce what coaches want, play hard, look for each other, things like that, because every guy wants to do it because he feels like he's been left out. So I think it could be a great thing, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. But the only thing I don't like, these are the greatest players in the world, and today with all these Twitter finger gangsters, players, people that know it all, I just don't like the fact that someone have to be regulated to be in last and have to hear about that when really they're one of the best 24 players in the world.
Who would you pick if I gave you the first pick?
Durant.
Okay.
Period.
You wouldn't worry. Period. See,
period.
You wouldn't worry about upsetting LeBron?
Huh?
You wouldn't worry about upsetting.
This is so funny, Not worried about.
Okay.
I'm trying to win. I mean, it's like at the park. No, I wouldn't care about picking him.
Okay.
I mean, if all my legends were alive, I would pick Wilt first. I wouldn't care what anyone else said. I wouldn't care.
Wait, you take Wilt over Jordan?
I would take Wilt first. Period.
Really?
Yeah. I'll get other picks because you could go with Jordan second. I'll get the logo. You go with him, I'll get Magic. You go with someone else, I'll get Shaq and make him a forward. You go with someone else, I'll get Koozie. You go with someone else, Pistol Pete. I definitely would start it off though with that. Yeah.
But I would take Shaq over Wilt.
Okay, I definitely could see that. The Wilt ran hurdles. Wilt is still one of the greatest athletes. And even if those two, kind of negated each other, we still got more picks. You know what I mean? So it would be, now that would be awesome, to be able to somehow do that. But, I wouldn't be worried about not picking LeBron. But I do think that you'll see, maybe, guys with alliances pick each other, or how does agents play into it now? The fact that your agent might say to you, hey, man, come on. We need our roster, and our agency to be to pick the first 7. There's going to be a lot of political games, and that's not what I'm looking for. So let's enjoy the first couple of years while hopefully it's as innocent as it can be before it starts going to, some other stuff. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. And, Durant would be my first pick. Or if I'm Golden State, I'll try to pick all Golden State players. I mean, it's going to get interesting. If I'm on the East, what if I want all East because people have been talking junk about how weak the East is, or if I'm Embiid and I get a pick, or not that he would get the pick. I don't know how they're going to choose the captains, but maybe he picks all big fellas. What if it was Embiid, Anthony Davis? What if it was just all 7-footers, on one side? I mean, it could be some interesting things going on, especially when guys get upset, about the 3rd, 4th, 7th pick, and meaning not the guys that got picked, but the captain that says, wow, you picked my guy, I wanted him. So I think it'll be a lot of gamesmanship, and I actually think it's going to be really fun, hopefully, the way they do it the first few years.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.